Welcome to LXC.
Lights flashing bright, players take the stage.
Wait, I mean, it's kind of awkward. Yes, you did bait Garen to walk all the way up. I don't think he cares. Now your recall is so delayed.
Yeah,
His ignite.
a little bit of ballsy play there, or a little ballsy back position. I'd say. You should know that Garen can just walk at you and stop your back.
During all that, Novocaine was able to come back and grab the jungle of Valkyr for the first time. So the jungle is actually pretty.
A little ulti on him.
Yeah, we're about to find out. We're gonna have a dramatic pause here in a second, and then we'll see. They're not even committing the team. They are planning on just having set 1v4 right now. This is kind of an absurd play that you
going in.
whenever you're this far ahead. It is working, though. I think Set is getting knocked up. The W damage is what you have to look for. He doesn't even get it because of the fear. They're trading this inhibitor for Baron, which is not the smartest thing to do whenever you're this far ahead. But, you know, it's gonna work. He doesn't have Q out. He's just dead. And now, there's a teleport coming in. Novocaine is just going to be able to stop whoever it is. Brenda ulting, so she might be safer now. Has Anya's as well. Will use it immediately, but there's no follow-up. No one is coming to save her. That E is not fast enough. No one's
Garen's just spinning.
To die anyways. His trainer's just on the back line. Action's just completely out of the fight. If you're Alchemist, you're just wondering what the heck just happened to your team mid lane. This should be the end of the game.
Game's on fire now. Tension in the air. Every player counts. Show 'em we care. Strategy in play. Eyes on the prize. From the bottom up, reach for the skies. Arbiter lead tonight.
Hello and welcome everybody, Arbiter Week 7. I am joined by Pradles.
What's up, guys? And I got a drunk Soulkeeper here with me, and it's very entertaining so far.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes when you're expecting just to produce, and then they're just like, hey, time to debut play-by-play.
And here we are with Spelling Bee Champions versus Rift Busters. I do believe is everybody still missing? No, everybody's here. They just need to get in order. It looks like,
Yep, need to get
but
in order. Big match tonight.
getting close.
It's a very important match. Both teams. Winner gets to go to playoffs. Loser
Hmm.
gets an attaboy, and thanks for playing.
Is this the last week of the regular season for Arbiter?
This
Is there still
is
one
last
more week?
week. Everything will be
Oh, okay.
decided tonight. Well, maybe not everything. The other division has a couple oddball scenarios where it could be a three-way circle tie, and we could see a gauntlet next week, but we'll have to see how Poro, Royal, and Trash Pandas all figure out that.
So this match? Both teams need to win this to make it to playoffs. That's what I'm hearing. So
Yes.
very important match for both teams. What are we expecting to see out of this? Are they going to go balls to the wall, just pick solo queue champions, fight constantly? Because that's kind of been the story of Arbiter so far. It feels like.
I do not expect either of these teams to play cautiously. I know
Hmm.
most of Spelling Bee champions. I've played with a couple of them. I know less about Riftbusters personally. I've seen them a little bit, but caution doesn't seem to be their strong suit either. Which is going to be hysterical if they both come out 5 point and we don't have first blood in the first 20 minutes. It's going to be really awkward.
Yeah, that I would not be expecting. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. This is Arbiter, of course. So
Right?
who knows what these teams are going to
Very
do at
cautious,
this point?
heavy vision game, perfect
Oh
macro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely expecting that. Definitely what we're going to be seeing here. So one team said they were ready for draft, but they're not ready on draft law. So who knows? Who knows at this point?
Yeah, it could be interesting. Spelling Bee Champ said they're ready. We're just waiting on Rift to get in here. Be interesting to see Excel back in the bot lane. I'm used to seeing him with Sword. He's got Rocky as support tonight, but I've only heard good things about Rocky.
Okay. No, so I always love watching a good bot lane matchup. Hopefully
Yep.
they'll pick some aggressive supports. Maybe we'll see some. Oh, and we are getting into draft.
Here we go.
Let's see what Spelling Bee Champions is going to ban for first. Katarina.
A cat.
Okay.
Okay, well, fair enough. We don't let one tricks in the league.
Yeah, that's fair. And am I playing in this game? I feel like I'm in that game.
Okay.
And there's Caitlyn.
So
These are all
no
my champions.
easy
I'm feeling
ADCs.
attacked. I'm feeling attacked right now. Those are my
I
champions.
apologize. I'm not making that better.
Those are my two most played champions. So
Press R and win. Fair enough. I like them.
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know how many barons I've stolen with Misfortune are?
Oh
It's a
god,
ridiculous number.
that is always fun to watch when it's my misfortune doing it. That is terrible to
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
when it's the enemies. And we just hate
A lot of
bot
problem.
lane.
Yeah, yeah. Screw 80 carries tonight, I guess.
I mean, I've
Get
seen
that
Ziggs
Ezreal out
in
of
mid,
there.
but I don't remember the last time I saw Ziggs in mid. I've seen it more bot lane than I have
And
in mid.
I hate it. Keep Ziggs out of the bot lane, I say.
Bring back the
Let him
Ziggs,
stay in
Ziggs
mid lane.
Vladimir meta down bot lane.
Oh god.
And
Was
a
it
starter
Vladimir?
ban.
I remember Syndra. And there's that first pick Senna, actually. With those AP buffs, makes a lot of sense to get it out here first. It is a very strong champion right now until it gets nerfed in 2 days.
Yes.
But
Even Riot agreed. We made a mistake. We're gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
fix that.
I believe Senna has something like a 55% win rate in solo queue right now. It's kind of
I
ridiculous.
saw it up at 59 for a bit, but that was a couple of days ago.
Chat is saying that Skarner is an 80 carry ban. So there we go.
Skarner is an ADC ban. My apologies to all the Skarner ADC mains out there. We'll go ahead and fix that on the drawing board. And
That is a shell Skarner right there.
all right, and Sexy
Also
Deer
banning
makes
it.
an appearance, also known as Lilia. I go by her official back-end Riot name, Sexy Deer.
Yeah, Lilia, the sexy deer. That is her title, of course.
That is her title.
Yes.
And we pair
Oh, they're
Lilia with a
asking-
Jhin. Good, long range, and some kiting.
Apparently, they're asking for a volume raise on you. Deer is in chat asking for it. Apparently you're
Oh
quiet.
god, dear! Now you actually want to hear it. That is terrible plan, but you asked for it. I deliver. I am like one of those
and
e-pal
a
dates.
Nocturne. So far, I'm not seeing a lot of play macro until 20 minutes champions here.
Nope. Looking like a bit of dive coming out. I wanting
Just
to
a
scrap a
bit.
little bit. A lot of level 6 scrapping.
Nocturne's
Great
always
globals
sneaky.
coming out from SBC, and let's go ahead and add in a huge engage tool with an Orin.
Yeah, yeah. Make Jin's life just a little bit harder.
He'll be
It's that
fine.
long range
He gets that
engage.
movement
You know
speed
what?
buff after that 4 shot.
That could be an Ornn bot lane. That could be Senna Ornn bot lane. I played against it in New Origins in-houses last night, so it could be a Senna Ornn
Surely
bot
not. And the
lane.
catfish makes an appearance. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Rift Busters is cooking.
This is the game of anthropomorphic animals. We got a Tom Pinch and a Lilia, so we got a catfish and a sexy deer.
Now,
Nocturne, I'm not sure. He kind of looks like an animal. I'm not sure what he is.
alright, Luck Dragon's gone, no Asoul. Fair enough.
Darn.
We're not going to the never-ending
Darn.
story. I have been seeing this Tom Kench bot lane recently with the Heartsteel build. It is very good into the Senna.
Oh yeah, I had an enemy team support run it down into me playing Tom Pinch earlier today. So yeah, I've been seeing it too.
It's just not the good version of it.
He went Heartsteel. He just didn't know how to play Tom Kench.
Ah, well, perfect. He saw it once on a YouTube
Yeah.
video. It worked.
Exactly.
Zoe gone. Malphite gone. We're angry at
And
mid laners.
Riftbusters might be thinking this is an Ornn bot lane. They banned out Malphite. Unless, of course, Juggernaut's known for playing Malphite mid, which is a possibility.
Or do they prepping to pull out a Silas? And there's the Silas ban. Yep. Spelling Bee spelled
Caster
that
Curse.
one out. No?
No, Syndra ban, actually.
And the Silas is open if they want to go for it.
Yeah, but you really... Well, I guess Riftbusters could take Silas. But I'm like, Spelling Bee Champions doesn't want Silas right now. There's not a lot of good ults to steal. Like, who are you going to steal? Lilias? You
Agreed.
can't proc or passive. You can't sleep people. Jin's kind of meh on Silas. And Tom Kench, you eat somebody? Maybe?
Is that a mid lane Jace?
Could be.
NA Jace returns?
This is not a macro comp that I'm seeing. This looks like a balls to the wall comp like I was hoping to see.
So it's a little interesting. We got some poke, we got some kite, and then we have some long range. And a catfish. Cool.
We got the catfish for people. And it's looking like a smolder
Now we're gonna
mid. That could
scale.
still be a smolder mid. It could still be a smolder mid.
Late game insurance, or just, if we hold
I
them
mean,
off
smolder
30
Senna
minutes.
scales really well. Warren's a great scaling champion also. It looks like Spelling Bee champion just wants to say, hey, we're going to scale. If you guys don't end the game by 20 minutes, this game's going to be over.
Yeah, that is going to put this game very... And the Rumble support is really going to put the... Well, that has to be Rumble mid. I would love to see Rumble support.
I'm calling it. I'm saying it's a Senna Ornn bot lane. You got Smolder mid and Rumble top. That's what I'm calling here.
That is spicy.
Yeah. A little bit of a wonky draft by Spelling Bee champions. That's what I'm seeing. Like I said, I saw Senna Ornn last night in New Origins in-houses, so it won't surprise me if that is an Ornn Senna bot lane.
Okay, right.
And is
So
that a
Bryce should be mid.
lane Jace top?
Jace should be top.
Yeah. Think that's what's happening from Riftbusters? Who knows? These are both really wonky drafts. I have no idea where any champion's going at this point.
Yeah, well, Spelling Bees has some crazy amount of engage.
Yeah.
But there's no real disengage coming out of Riftbusters, and that's a little concerning.
I mean, you got Tom Kench to eat people.
Well, that's more of like your COD. I don't know how they get out of Nocturne turns out the lights on top of an Orin alt, and then there's an equalizer on you. And you just kind of cry.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where did our health go?
Yeah.
I died before the lights came back on.
Imagine they layer the Rumble ult on top of the Ornn ult, though. Like, that's what I'm picturing here. Like, that's
just...
so much AoE damage, and you can't get out if you're knocked up by a giant deer.
And then there's the Senna.
Where it is? No, it's a ram. It's a ram, isn't it?
It depends on the skin. Could be the Choo-Choo.
True. It could be a train. We could be going back to Swarm.
Everybody loves going back to Choo-Choo. I still want to see
we could
Big
be going
Rig.
back to Swarm.
The Big Rig skin. It was like the fan favorite. Everybody wanted Trucker Orin. His
I
ult's
saw a
an
video
18-wheeler.
recently. the LCS. What were they talking about? It's some skin. What was it, like office worker rel or something? No, rel.
Office work. Oh god. Oh, it's corporate Mundo secretary.
Yeah, pretty much. I forget. I saw a YouTube short on it where they're talking about it on the LCS. Something.
That
What
would be
is that?
glorious. We need more skins like that.
It was some like menial job as a champion. I forget what it was.
How isn't there a librarian Yumi skin at this point?
That's a great question. I mean, how would you make a librarian Yumi skin? You already have Yumi sitting on a book. That's the champion. He has a cat on a book.
Oh god, yeah.
Like Aurora
We
basically
can't really
looks like
put
a
her hair up in a
librarian.
bun, can we? With glasses, that'd be weird for Yumi.
It would be a bit weird.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna go work. We'll have to stick with the taco cat.
There is a Smolder. Unfortunately, there's no Yumi to pair with the Smolder this game, so that's a Rumble top.
We can confirm Rumble top.
This is looking more and more like what I was predicting from that Rumble top. We'll have to see. It is a Chase top, which is about what we were expecting. Could have been Tom Kench top. You never know. Send like Lilia support, have Ryze jungle. You never know with these Arbiter games.
Surely. God, the Senna or
Nocturne
bot lane.
jungle.
I hate it here if they lock this in.
Wait, so Juggernaut's either playing Ornn or Smolder mid.
Yes.
There we go. I called it the Senna Ornn bot lane.
It is this disgusting Senna or bot lane. We are going to see it.
That is going to be very safe early, but also not a very strong bot lane.
So
We're not
Ornn
going to be seeing a lot of action
and
bot lane,
it's
probably.
starving Senna, correct? Ornn
I am
farms
happy
it.
so.
Okay.
Yes, Ornn will be the farming champion. Senna will be fasting. Just getting the gold off those Qs and just sustaining Ornn through the laning phase.
Oh, the
And I
only
imagine the Senna will be building AP.
she
that
pretty
is
much has
still
to
right
now. She can go into the Black Cleaver build, but
I mean, I did see a Senna and an ARAM earlier do Collector Rapid Fire Cannon. You know,
yep.
a little outdated, but they did it. They did it.
It's a choice.
It is a
Alright,
choice.
so, well, the team fight coming up from Stolen Bees is going to be a little strong. The only weak point probably is the Ornn, because the Ornn's not going to have the levels that he would normally would in a solo lane, so him getting his items out will be more challenging. But
where's your
matchup.
predictions going? Where are your predictions going right now?
Honestly, I think Spelling Bees champions got the easier comp to play. They kind of hit R, and with the lights going out from Nocturne, boy, if you're standing in the wrong spot, or if you're the person they all decided to hit R on top of with all those AoEs, you're probably not making it out.
Yeah, and all you got is a Jhin. Like, that's no mobility. Like, yeah, you use a fourth shot and you get some movement speed. But
Well,
that's about it.
I guess their hope is Nocturne turns out all the alts go off, Ryze alts the whole group out of Nade Changer. That's their disengage safety button.
They all sit in the realm warp that's like an equalizer on top of it as they try to teleport out.
Yeah. Hey, let's see which happens first. Either we all die together or we all live. All right,
We live and die together, team.
we will find out. We'll start game 1 as soon as we're back.
Mirrors on the wall, staring back at me. Stranger in the hall, frozen by the scene. Portraits seem to fade. He lost his centerpiece. Can't recall his face. I hope he'll rest in peace. Haunted by my mind, victim or the prey. Everything is fine. Take me to my grave. Bury me alive, keeping me astray. Hard to say goodbye to who I am today. Everything is fine. Take fine. Take me to my grave, bury me alive, keeping me astray. Hard to say goodbye to who I am today.
All right, welcome back. We are here with game one of Spelling Bee Champions versus the team. What is it? I can't remember the other name of the
Riftbusters.
team. Riftbusters, yes. And as we were talking about between games, we got a scaling comp going on from Spelling Bee Champions with the Rumble, the Nocturne, the Orange setup, bot lane, and a Smolder mid. So I'm not expecting too much craziness early game coming out from Spelling Bee Champions. They probably just want to farm it up a little bit, get that scaling, get that Smolder up to 225 stacks, I believe it is. I play Smolder, I should know this, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
exactly right.
yeah, it's
225 is kind of where you want to be. And if you're a good smolder at the higher levels, they do it around minute 22, 23.
Yeah, 10 stacks per minute is generally the benchmark you want to hit when you're playing Smolder. Smolder mid, I find to be a bit easier to stack actually than Smolder bot because you're just not as pressured, I feel like. It's not against a melee mid laner where you can really stack, but in the bot lane, it's weird. It feels counterintuitive because there's two people to stack on in the bot lane, but if you're playing mid lane against especially a melee mid laner, you can stack pretty well. And you don't have to worry about your support taking your CS that you're trying to stack off of too.
A little interesting poke battle between the ADCs deciding, well, I don't need CS. I'm going to
Can you
shoot
really
Senna
call
in the
Senna an
face.
ADC at this point? She's got the support item.
Yeah, true. She does have the support item. Let's go
So is
ahead.
she really the carry? She also builds AP nowadays. You can't even say she's an attack damage carry.
A lot of aggressive at level 1. Not used to
I mean,
seeing level 1 trades.
yeah. I mean, you're playing Jin Tom Kench into an orange Senna, like, you kind of gotta be aggressive. Otherwise, they're just gonna play super safe and farm and scale, and Senna's just gonna sustain over to
There's
no
the
end.
2, the all-in, immediate respect flash out of Rocky.
Yeah. Tom Kench has a very strong level 2 all in if he does hit that knockup.
Yep.
A little bit of trade going on mid lane, but not too crazy.
Good
And
call on
Smolder's just gonna
Rocky.
want to
Don't
be
risk
farming
it.
up. We were talking about this. We thought this game was going to be very balls to the wall, but here we are seeing a very late game oriented team comp. So maybe we won't see first blood until 20 minutes this game. I doubt it, but maybe. And right as I say that, Smolder's going a bit aggressive onto the rise.
Yeah, just a little bit of hi, how are ya?
Yeah.
Matchup is
Rise
pretty
tap
good
help.
rise early. But if Smolder gets the poke down, that matchup turns this typical ADC into mage type of matchup. But I would imagine we're going to have to see a lot more action out of Riftbusters. We'll know more of these first couple of ganks. That clock's going to start. Up there's the engage. Little bit behind.
And surprisingly, does bot lane from... Okay, is that going to be
Jace
first
might
blood
be in
top lane?
trouble up top. Directed camera doesn't seem to care.
We're talking
maybe.
this might be NAJ's. Nope.
There's the
Flash
flash.
play.
Alright, so Jace
This
manages
could
to
be...
stay safe.
Rumble is a very strong top laner in the early game. Quite the lane bully, but so is Jace, so it's a little surprising there.
Big collapse here on the Nocturne. Do they catch it? No, they engage on the Jin. Rockets out. Yeah, Jin's gonna go ahead force shot. That makes a lot of sense. Tom Kench with the tongue whip, and they're gonna clean up the Nocturne here. Everything Riftbusters wants early.
Yeah, that was a little ambitious of Spelling Bee Champions to go for that, knowing that they do have that Senna Ornn that's not exactly a strong skirmishing duo in the early game.
Yeah,
Especially
it was
level
picked up
3.
really well by the Vision. They knew Nocturne was in the river. Immediate collapse. And they didn't even have to burn a flash for that. Jin and Tom Kench both still have flash.
Yeah, just the
Rocky had
heal
lost
out of the
his
Tom
flash earlier.
Kench.
Yeah. So,
Which
pretty
is kind of
clean.
crazy.
One saving grace. Brexit knew he was dead. He didn't even bother blowing his flash. So, if you're
Maybe,
Riftbusters fan,
oh,
this is
Rocky
what you
didn't
wanted
have
to
flash.
see. Now they need to
Not
step
Rocky
on the
didn't have
gas.
flash for that, but
Yes, his flash was still down from the level 2.
yeah, kind of forgot about that. And let's check in on Smolder. We're at 5 minutes into the game. Does he have the 25 stacks yet? So that's about where you want to be this early in the game. Or at least 5 minutes. Why can't I click on the Smolder? Just click on his portrait. He's at 21. He's close. He's close.
Yes, farming
Once
well.
you get to that 25 stacks, it makes it a lot easier to stack. Then the enemy team's mid laner walks close to the minions. You get a stack off of him. You can get the AoE, so you can stack multiple stacks off of each ability cast. But it's almost there. He's at the 21 right now, so he's getting there.
Huh,
And
here's
Tom
the
Kent's looking
engagement.
to be a bit aggressive here.
Behind. Rocky just
And
goes
Jin.
straight onto the Jin. Smart call. Ornn does a lot of damage, but they flip targets, and this may end in Rocky's death with that force shot. Yeah. Excel barrier bait. Yeah, they're able to clean that up rather nice, and they're gonna end up getting Rocky. Maybe no.
Maybe. When Shin's W up? Shin have W up? 2 more seconds? No. He's just going to be able to get out.
Pretty close, hard, aggressive fight. They
Blind W? Blind W maybe?
Spelling Bee changed targets, which went very poorly once they changed targets up on them, and ended up costing Excel's life there when he tried to go back in to engage.
Yeah, it looked like their bot lane just kind of wasn't on the same page, because Rocky was hitting the Jin there and got some good damage on him, almost killed him, but HL was just kind of hitting the Tom Kench and trying to live.
Yep, and Excel flashed after Rocky had disengaged, whereas if he flashes forward with Rocky, they kill the Jin and then probably clean up Tom Kench as well. So, slight miscommunication.
Yeah.
But
it looks like we will not be seeing the new Korean tech that's coming out on Jin, where you build static shift first, because I don't think it's good. So I'm glad we're not seeing it this game. He is going collector first, it looks like.
We're going to see standard grubs for Dragon Trade. 3 grubs over to Spelling Bee. And we'll see Dragon picked up here by Riftbusters.
Yeah. I saw a rap video recently where he was ranting and going on about the static shift Jin, and I don't think it's good. But that's just my personal opinion.
I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not generally a fan of static shift. I don't like the new changes.
The whole point of it is that you get static shift from far away, and you can proc your W off of it, and then your team could just go and kill people. But I don't think it's worth
engage. They're gonna get the knockup. Excel's dead here.
Yeah, Excel is just dead, and Nocturne using his ult top lane.
Yep,
that's
good.
Kill onto the raining wolves.
Excellent flash timer. Everybody wants to fight. I can get a kill too.
I guess the spectator camera didn't want to show us the top lane fight there when Nocturne ulted. That's okay.
Get the last minute of it for Brexit to get the last hit there on the Jace.
It was on the stream. I saw it on the stream, but I didn't see it on my client.
Yep, gank top. You know, you're immediately clear. Brexit ults top lane. Or sorry, they ganked bot, so Brexit ults top. Is a good call.
It's definitely a good call. Both junglers burning their ultimates for a kill there, but I'm seeing an issue with Spelling Bee champions right now is that Jin is 1-0-3. And the more kills this Jin gets, it's just going to make it so much harder for this Senna and Ornn to scale.
An ambitious dive. This is not going to end well.
I might have spoken too soon.
Gray shield health pop just in case. They do have to be careful still. They're low enough, Jin can four-shot them.
Yeah. I mean, Ornn does have a little bit of armor, so it'd be a little bit harder for Jin to finish off that Ornn. And Senna does sustain quite a bit with, Amplifying Tome and Fairy Charm. So,
Yeah, if
some
you're
sustain.
Riftbusters, you want out of this right now. That healing's too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
You either want to get in or get out. Sustain trades help. Senna.
No, you want the burst all-in trades. You want to kill people when you all-in them. You do not want to leave them on low health bars and let them sustain.
Jason, a world of trouble right now. There's the equalizer. This is surely going to end in Solomon's death. Yeah.
Oh, I actually locked the camera on Jin. That makes a lot of sense. Whoops. I'm like, why am I only seeing bot lane right now?
Lilia is here, tries to get the return from the Rumble. He has flash. Yep, and he's out.
It's a good thing I'm not a play-by-play caster. Actually, I locked my camera on bot lane.
That happens. We are going to see the response from Brexit. The ult just came back up. Goes to the Jin. Probably not the one you wanted, but they secure the Tom Kench anyways.
Tom Kench was with more gold. He had 2 kills. Jin
Yep.
only had 1.
And
So,
you did burn Jin's
maybe it's
flash.
exactly what they wanted.
So, really much. But this is why I don't jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the flash out
Maybe
of
it
the
was
Jin, then turned and
exactly
got the
what
kill.
Spelling Bee champions wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to
I was
keep this
honestly
game
more
close.
surprised.
So that's this is very big for them.
Yeah.
Riftbusters
Only
was
600
starting
gold.
to run away with it until that double or until that kill.
Yeah. And only like a less than 1,000 gold difference between the 2 teams right now, which is
Most
very
of
good for
that's
Spelling Bee champions.
Top lane. Rumble's 2-0, 79 CS. The bot lane is in dire straits.
Yeah. But that's what you're expecting when you're playing Senna Ornn,
Yes,
right? Like
you're
just playing a
expecting to
scaling
lose that
champion.
pretty hard.
Yeah. You're not playing that to win the lane. You're playing that to scale. And your Smolder mid lane is also not really playing to win lane either.
No.
Also just playing
You're
scale.
playing
And
to, we want to see you in 30 minutes.
pretty much, yeah.
Solomon pushed up
But Senna
again,
with
no
rotation top
vision,
lane.
and he's going to pay the price for it a third time
Yeah.
for not having a ward up.
Yep. And just third kill there for her Reigning Wolves on that Rumble. And yeah, you can't really walk up against this Rumble at this point if you are the Jace. And I think they're trying to make an aggressive play onto Rocky here, but he is Ornn.
Yeah,
Not have
he's
flash,
going to go
though.
down here as well. Force shot. Yeah,
Yep,
just
yep.
up too far without Senna. They rotated for the grubs. And yeah, Rocky just a bit too far out.
You know what? It happens. I've been there.
Yeah, you know, your
You're
support
screaming. If you
abandoned you. That's when you start question pinging your support. Hey, you're a
start
bot lane.
question mark pinging your support, where were you?
That's what happens to me every time I go to help my jungler with grubs and my ADC dies.
Yep.
Good
Oh,
flash
and
from
he
Juggernaut.
TP's back to the lane and just loses half of his health.
Jace on the better end of the trade this time.
Yeah, but how much gold is the Rumble? Rumble's sitting on 1,100 gold right now. That's the reason why.
And this is the key part for everybody listening here at home. After you get a kill, do not
Back.
greed for 3 more waves. Your gold lead
Back and
doesn't become a
spend your
gold
gold.
lead until you turn it into an item. This is how you call throwing your leads. Please stop doing it and renting my games. Promise I'm not bitter.
Did Surgeon, did he only take 1 tower shot? He only took 1 tower shot. Looked like he was going to take a second. Where
Pretty
he popped his
concerning
W.
trading going back and forth. Excellent
James
ult
Flash.
coming out of Brexit. Beautifully timed. I'm not sure if they were baiting and called that or Brexit's just in the right place at the right time. Should reward them.
Ooh,
Well,
that failed flash.
interesting flash. It's alright. It's a thick wall. It's a thick wall.
It is, it is.
Call that one.
I can see it.
And Tom Kench is actually going to walk out of this. Google
That's
Mop
insane to me.
gets to survive here. It's going to pat Raptors on his way out. Thanks for playing, guys. Appreciate your help. Alright. Popping the crying orb is a little... I like it.
Oh,
I enjoy it.
he's checking the brush. That Starry Dagger is in.
That's
Lily
a
does
lot
have
of
ulti up.
damage. Okay, they secure Dragon. Nocturne's
will they
gonna
be able
pay
to get out
with
with
his
their
life.
lives?
Good back engage from Rocky, but there's no one here. They have
Yeah,
no one to
that's,
follow this up.
Who's gonna follow up?
So
Senna?
it just
The AP
ends with
Senna?
2 deaths, and you got a dragon.
They got the dragon.
So
They're
Smolder
slowing
was still
down the dragon
fixing
stacking.
his wave, and
Yeah.
Sinnoh was not quite there.
Stack check. Smolder is at 93 stacks. Not terrible, but you want to be a little bit higher at 13 minutes. When you're playing that Smolder mid.
Google him up. Does find out he has a tower. Excellent. Good observation. That ping is not your alarm clock. That is a tower noise. Don't make those the same. So we start to see this gold lead coming back once again here for Riftbusters. It's almost 3K now. It's starting to get to the point to where they can turn on the gas.
I feel like if my alarm clock sound was the tower pinging sound, I would never wake up in the morning.
And Solomon steps out from his tower and he dies here.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
That was an
know
unnecessary
if,
flash, but we like to see the secure.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
The shell is here, and Brexit ulting onto
Brexit,
Lilia.
good ult.
Lilia having a flash. Just gonna walk away into the tower, maybe.
Pretty impressive Brexit here on this Nocturne. Right place, right time.
But is he in the right place now?
Yeah,
That's the
not
real
sure
question.
they wanted this fight. Oh, that was
That's
so
more
much
than a lot of
damage from the Smolder ult coming out. Rumble
Now Jin
is ulted.
Jin is gonna open up those curtains.
Beautiful cleanup by Lilia, but it does put her in a bad spot. And Catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it goes
Say
from
Jin
bad
is
to
low,
worse.
but he has so much range.
So it turns into a 4 for nothing.
Yeah.
Back
I
end
mean,
of that.
Jace did die. Jace did die at the beginning of that.
True.
Can't forget
4
about
for
that.
1. And they're
Yeah.
going to get a Rift Herald and maybe a tower.
Does it
so
count?
some consolation prizes.
Yeah.
Gold lead expands a little bit more.
You gotta remember, they are playing the scaling comp. The team name that I can't remember, I can never remember. Spelling Bee Champions, that's the one.
Yes.
They're playing the scaling comp.
SBC.
I am terrible with names, you can't tell.
And they actually don't get first tower out of that.
That's actually kind of surprising.
That's tragic.
I mean, it wouldn't be first tower anyway, because they already lost bot tower.
Oh, Blue's bot tower is down. I thought first tower was coming up for him, and that was going to save it.
Oh,
Well,
Riftbusters is playing Jin Tom Kench versus Senna Orn.
That is
They
what
got
happens.
first tower quite a bit ago.
good point.
And Solomon should know that Senna's here, considering the souls are dropping.
Yes.
That's what you gotta
Good
think. This
awareness.
Orn is not alone.
And, yeah, Brexit's just looking to make anyone's life painful right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he does have the ulti up, so maybe he's going for this Jin here. Jin is a little overextended. Brexit should be in range soon,
no
and now
help.
comes the ult.
There go the lights. And he's running to the catfish. Can the ult get there?
Can the catfish save him, is the question.
Ult
The
comes out.
catfish can save him, I guess.
I guess he can. Doesn't even have to ult him. Catfish tank
Okay.
forever. That's
Smolder ult
it.
finishing off the Jin, because, Jin was too busy focusing on 4. Jin was too busy counting to 4 to watch out for that Smolder ulti, I feel like.
Well, that was insane to watch Catfish just eat all that damage to have his Jin die at the end. Starry
Yeah.
Dagger stays too far, looking for a ward. He gets saved.
And there's the catfish ult, but Orn ult coming out.
And
And he whipped it.
slight miss. See, this sometimes when you're not as practiced on a champion as you're used to, like you don't play it every day, you can miss certain abilities. That happens to the best of us.
I you know what? I've been there. Maybe not on Orn. I've been there. Maybe not on a streamed game,
You know,
but definitely been there.
hey, you respect it. Lilia would like to pressure it. Some poke. Not too much gonna happen.
I like to see that Jace shock blast just in a very straight line. The acceleration gauge straight in front of him, not trying to juke him at all, and it still lands.
Yeah,
It's,
you know,
it's always
hey,
a good time to see. Good thing to
shortest
see.
distance. You have the least amount of time to dodge when it's a straight line.
True. I want to know if this is something that like Chell and Rocky were planning. Like, yeah, we're definitely gonna be picking Senna Orn tonight. They're never gonna see it coming. Make sure you're practicing it Or did Rocky just show up and they're like, oh, by the way, you're playing Ornn right now, and he's like, wait, what?
I hope that was a draft thing of, hey, you get Ornn tonight.
And Juggernaut looking for a bit of an aggressive play onto the Jace. Jace does not have flash.
There's no Rumble ult,
just
so he's
walk
kind
by.
of safe, but boy, they are picking on Solomon. This is on the verge of bullying. He's already 0-4, guys. He's down 40 CS. It's Jace. You're just mean
One
at
thing
this
you
point,
need to have the CS lead early.
right?
Because Jace doesn't scale. Like, let's be honest, Jace does not scale.
That is a rough lane. Poor Solomon. We've been in those games too.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is my team? There are 4 other players on this game, this map right now.
I swear there's other players on my team right now. I swear, guys, where are you? What are you doing?
What? Alright, Smolder stack check. Where are we at? We're at 19 minutes. How are we doing? We could be doing a little bit better. We're at 149.
149. Yeah, that's a little low for the stage in the game. You want to be nearing at least 200 when you're reaching 20 minutes. Otherwise, you're just going to scale up a bit too slowly.
Very
Okay.
defensive
okay.
ult from Rocky. Just trying to make
Rocky-
space at this point.
He did at least hit it this time.
Did get it. And he got
knocked
to
it
live
back
for
this
it.
time. He didn't hit anyone with it, but he did hit it.
Those are zoning ultimates. He just needed some space or he was going to die.
Exactly. It's prank. The pressure gank right there.
That Jhin is dangerously close to killing him.
Yeah. 2-item Jhin.
Rapid
Got a
shot
clutch and a
collector.
Rapid fire cannon. Yeah.
So we
yeah.
came out for a Rift game and an ARAM game has broken out.
Yep, sounds about right. This looks like my classic solo queue games.
Alright, we are
Everybody
fighting.
doesn't know what to do, so they decide to group up.
We are fighting over mid tower.
Yep. Do we have a siege comp? No, we do not. Are they going to try and dive this mid tower? Potentially.
And good zoning Jhin ult.
Yeah.
It's an excellent
Running him
zone.
off of that.
I think if you pop that before that mid tower goes down, they immediately back up and you just get that for free if you were going to use it, but I digress.
And are they just prepared?
For
They're just starting
a-
there.
Okay.
Rift
That
Monster's
is
just
a
starting
aggressive
with
Baron
everyone
call.
up. Ornn does not have ulti. Senna does, but you gotta remember, Senna ulti doesn't do damage to minions and monsters, so it won't actually do any damage to the Baron. You can't look for a steal with it.
Yeah,
Good
They don't
Smolder
do
ulti,
this
Nocturne
incredibly
ulti.
fast. Nocturne ult's really good. Almost cleans up too. Yeah,
Smolder's not exactly where you want to see an 80 carry position, but doesn't matter.
really
is the
good
real
cleanup
question.
from Spelling Bee Champions on this. The damage is not there for a 20-minute Baron with a Jhin.
No, it is not.
A Jhin and a Jace that's very far behind. There's no damage coming out. It takes
Maybe
them
if you had a
way
Kai'Sa.
too long. And
Maybe if
SBC
you had a
is
Kai'Sa, I
able
could
to
see that
collapse,
working well.
drop all the ults with the Baron damage on top. You were already low. And
Yeah,
you have
that's
to
a
stand
little bit
an
of a questionable
equalizer.
call.
And you still have to deal with the Nocturne. When the Nocturne's not ahead, that Rumble hurts.
Yeah.
And objectives with a Rumble are very painful. If you have to stand
Yes,
in the
they
pit
are.
when his equalizer's out.
And just like that, the gold leads back to 1,000.
Yeah, so we saw a 4,000 gold lead basically shatter there in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, just real quick gold lead destruction right
And
there.
Google Mop is cooking a little too much. Oh, and we're gonna throw a ram.
All right,
Good
zoning
zoning
Ornn.
Zoning alt all around.
And I'm not sure what Juggernaut's doing here. He looks like he wants to back, but his bot lane keeps trying to fight.
Well,
It's like,
Google
"Guys,
Mop
I'm
definitely
trying
wants to
back here.
fight.
Quit fighting."
And now they're gonna fight on Rumble's alt. Smolder alt comes out. Lots of damage. A huge alt from the Nocturne, but he is too deep.
Yeah,
Way too
just
deep.
way too deep without his team there. The rest of his team's not a dive comp, you gotta remember. Ornn didn't have ulti for that. He had already blown it right through the goalpost in the mid lane. Senna didn't have ulti there to shield him, heal him. And Smoke also didn't have ulti, so we'll knock him there.
That's a great idea if that alt comes out when the Rumble alt came out. Then
Yeah,
that lines up perfectly, or if you still have the Ornn alt in the bag, with Excel still holding onto the Senna alt, which he's got.
unfortunately, Brexit's about 2-6 on this Nocturne right now. So not quite where he needs to be to try and one-shot that Ornn by himself, especially when he's got a Tahm Kench standing right next to him that can just eat him. Catfish doing a lot of work to help keep Surgeon alive on this Jhin pick.
Yeah, Google Mop's really playing well, kind of like the shining star for his team right now. I know the Lily is 6-1, but Google Mop is absorbing so much damage and making so much space. They're actually having trouble with this Rumble who's so far ahead. He's making it a game.
Yeah, I mean, Rumble does not have Equalizer. I feel like Riftbusters just takes the right for free here just for nothing.
Yeah,
it's like,
pretty much have to
like
fight
Spelling Bee
around.
Champion doesn't even know that they're doing it.
They have to fight around Rumble's ult now. It's like an old Gnar. You know, we can only fight when Gnar is about to rage out.
Yeah, old Gnar. That's still Gnar.
Yeah, but no
You
one
got a Gnar
plays
on
him
your
now.
team. Yeah, that's true.
Because he's really bad.
The only top laner I play.
Play Gnar
The
ADC.
only top laner I play because he's basically a Gnar. He's basically an ADC. He's the only top laner I play. That and Aurora now. Because Aurora just dumpsters melee top laners.
Aurora is
really
a support.
funny.
Can't change my mind.
Aurora is not a support.
That is a support. That is the best engaged champion in the game.
Oh yeah, no, she's a great engaged champion, but she's definitely not a support.
100%.
She's like the misfortune of mid lane.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
It's like Mordekaiser's a support. You can't leave. I get to ult you.
Yeah. And back to 3,000 gold lead in favor of Riftbusters. Just a little bit of a check mark back into this game.
So
we're busy talking about Aurora.
4,000
That's
to
not
1,000, back to 3,000.
Question is, will they be able to hold on to it this time?
Bit of
Are
a
they going to
yo-yo.
start Baron for no reason in about a minute? That's my prediction at this point.
Yeah,
But
they
we'll see.
need,
We'll see.
Lilia's getting there. She's on 2 items now. She doesn't
Oh,
quite
yeah.
burn it.
Oh,
Engage
not
from
sure where
Google
Nocturne is
Mop.
pathing there. And just gonna get out. Just gonna blast Google Mop away, but that's
That is
just
an
a
excellent re-engage on the Cinna.
Yeah.
Really good Jhin route for that to come
Yeah,
out for that pick.
okay. I saw Rise just realm warping into
Yeah,
just get closer, I guess.
That's an early TP for the Baron. You probably could
Yeah,
have hung out
I
there a
mean-
little bit more, but sure.
They did get a pick. They did get a pick onto a shell, so I don't see why they can't do it at this point.
Yeah,
Rumble's bot lane he does have TP, but nothing
yeah.
TP
Free,
to.
free Baron goes over. Smolder still has his
Yeah.
dash, so he should be
See,
safe here.
Smolder, 211 stacks. He's almost there. It just needs 14 more stacks. He'll start getting that Elder Drake buff. A little late in the game at this point. We really want him getting that Elder Drake buff now, but he'll get there. He'll get there soon.
Yep, but the
And at
clock
that point, people will
is
start
here.
blowing up, and he's just way too far up right now.
Excel ult does a lot of work right there. Did not quite get him over the wall. Flash is safe. And that is not what you want to see on the side of Spelling Bees.
No, it is not. And that was engaged. Well, I don't know who engaged that one. I'll be honest. That
Lilia
started out
and-
by Google Mop getting a pick onto Juggernaut there, having burned his splash, and then Brexit just ulting onto the Jhin, who still has a Tahm Kench standing next to him.
Yeah, there were some mistakes on that one.
Just a couple.
It was a good idea. It kind of worked out until your Rumble died on the side, and
Yeah.
top side you ended up losing a 3v4. Acel wasn't
thought
quite
Global
there
would win
yet,
that, I'll
but
be honest.
Global Alt Cinna gets to play from any lane.
Yeah. And it looks like Riftbuster's just going to take you tier 2 bot lane here. I'm surprised they're sharing the gold, because that Jace, Solomon's Ritual can really use the gold right now. He's down 1,800 gold on this Rumble. And I don't think there will ever come a time in this game where he can 1v1 the side lane.
So the Riftbusters is now starting to step on the gas. They have probably 5-6 minutes more before this becomes an impossible task.
It's a 7,000 gold lead now for Riftbusters, but
Aggressive ult from
trying to
Brexit.
burn his ult.
That Lilia damage saved again by the Tahm Kench. Google Mop is just really a thorn in SBC side at this point.
Yeah.
He is
He got a lot of
denied
dive,
at
a lot of
least
fake
10
potential,
kills.
but oh, that's really
There's the Jhin. Rocky should be able to cover all of it. And
Yeah.
everybody stands behind the Orin. Couple wigglers, but
Stand behind Orn. Not Braum. This isn't Orn anymore. This isn't Braum anymore. Now we're at Orn.
almost got the. Now he's nocturnal. Nocturnal.
Okay.
Oh, he does not up yet. Okay, we're not there yet.
Nope, nope. He just used it to engage that fight right before they almost lost Juggernaut,
A
remember?
little too far. It's a good fight win. Extended a little too much.
Yeah, right now it feels like they're just... It feels like Spelling Bee Champions isn't comboing their ults in the way that their comp is really designed to.
They're slightly
Like, yeah, their
out
ults
of
are
sync,
great
but you
together.
can see where this comp would really perform if they hit it correctly. It almost is a
Oh,
wombo.
yeah. These comps are... Like, these team fights are surprisingly close for how much of a gold deficit they have right now.
Yeah.
And imagine if they actually sync their ults. You get that Ornn ulti together, you get the Rumble ulti on top of each other, then you just get the Nocturne diving, even smaller ulti on top. Like, if they combo those all together, but they have the Ornn and the Rumble ulti there, almost smolder. But
Yep.
it just...
You can
The
see
not
what
having
the
the
comp is
Nocturne ulti.
designed to do, and how it would
Exactly.
function. And we're seeing
It's just
more.
not being executed.
I finally now have understood what Riftbusters is doing. I hope it's by design, because I didn't see it. But they actually have a very strong pick comp. They're using Google
Yeah.
Mop to go in, Jin with the root, they burst it down, and they have the Lilia to kite off the back end. And if anybody gets in trouble, they press the Tom Kench life alert button. And he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
walks them out.
And
At least 10
Google Mop
kills
might be
he has
looking to
saved.
steal this blue
Now
buff
he's
right
just
now.
going to walk in and steal Nocturne's blue buff. Because he can.
He already has his own team's blue buff too, so they're just taking this one just to add insult to injury.
Mean Google
Even
Mop.
he holds it so Starry Dagger can get the last hit on it, so he can get gold.
It's just like, hey, you got any words in here for me to clean up? I need more things to do in this jungle. Cool, I'm just gonna dive your dragon under his tower.
Am I gonna take damage? Nah.
Alright, it's a Tuesday for Google Mop on this champion. Alright,
Oh,
Ornhorn,
Ornhorn comes out.
engage. Immediate save to spin him over the wall. Good ult by
Is on top
Brexit.
of the Jin.
Really good ult by Brexit.
Ooh.
Oh, he needs to
And
get
there we
the
go.
Jin. There's the
There we
equalizer.
go. This is
Finishes
what
his
this comp is designed to do. You have to
slight
wait out the
desync
Tom
on the
Kench
ult,
ulti.
but it was very much cleaner.
Yes.
But Lilia
Rumble
was
ult
not
was a
in
little
that
bit
fight.
late, but
I feel like the
It does
Rumble
help
ult was
Lilia
used
wasn't
to
there.
execute the Jin there on the back end of that.
he used it. He definitely used it. I think Jin was already dead by the time he used it, but
I'm with Redface. We need to arrest the catfish. Google Mop. That's not okay. I don't know
Yeah,
who taught
yeah.
you to counter jungle like that, but you are upsetting a lot of jungle mains right now.
Google Mop's actually just a jungle man. We never knew.
He should start. Man, don't teach him how to play Shaka with Smite. That's not okay. Shaka
Darko, I
support
feel like he'd
with
be playing the
Smite.
catfish. Like, let's be honest, he's playing the catfish with Smite. I think.
I know, that's what would
Oh,
scare me
really?
with Shaco support with the Smite. Oh, he'd be all over that jungle.
Just unsealed spellbook, so he has Smite whenever he needs it. Ooh, spooky. And we do see Baron pings are coming out on the side of whatchamacallit, Riftbusters, so we'll
Yeah.
have to see if they're going to start it. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. They started
Yeah.
the last one at basically 20 minutes.
6k gold
They didn't
lead.
that time,
You
but they
know
did start it.
Rumble's TP is down. This is the right time to do it. Like you have,
And
you
there
have
goes
the
Google
gold
Mop,
lead
just,
and the
pushing
items
it.
now to actually kill Baron in a reasonable amount of time.
Google Mop actually just is zoning Brexit out of his own jungle right now.
Again, after
Catfish
bullying him
too
off
drunk.
his blue buff, and they're gonna be caught
yeah.
by Google again.
You know what? I've been there.
Oh,
Okay,
so,
set that.
I hate that.
Sometimes you're in solo queue going, hey guys, they're on Baron, we need to face check
Right?
this.
We
and
need
you're
to
the only
ward.
one doing
I
it.
need to ward. They weren't on Baron. They were waiting for me. I hate it here.
Yeah.
Somebody
We've all
has
been
to
there.
step
We've had
up.
those moments.
And he had the buddy system. Brexit was with him. But yeah, there's way too much burst damage with that Jin and Rise with Lilia.
Yeah. And it looks like we'll just get this Baron. I don't really think that Spelling Bee Champions can contest this, and yeah, there it is. Baron going down in favor of Riftbusters.
We are at
Rumble
7K
in like
gold lead. This is going to be really struggle. 288 stacks now for Smolder.
Raining
Third
Wolves is over
item
here like,
is now in for Smolder.
I do not like the Mirror Mana on Smolder.
I don't
I
either,
think it's
but
a bit
he's here.
troll item. Go Essence Reaver. Just go Essence Reaver. It solves all of your
Yes.
mana problems. The Mirror Mana's not worth it.
Essence Reaver probably should have been the choice, but we're here now. Smolder,
PSA.
206.
PSA to all Smolder players. Do not go Mirror Mana. Just go Essence Reaver.
Jin's on 4 items. Huge problem. Now Jin's building armor.
Is
Love
he?
to see
He's
that.
going for GA. He's going to get a GA probably. Because, if the Tom Kench can't save you, then a
And
GA will.
this is disaster for SBC.
Yeah.
This likely ends the game with Rumble's death. Google Mop,
Yeah.
again, just playing the best pick comp of his life. Who needs Blitzcrank? Lock in Tom Kench.
Right?
You don't need a hook.
Listen to a
You need
Senna
you need a catfish.
Yeah. Who needs Blitzcrank? Who needs hooks when you can just play the catfish?
You just walk in.
And Raining Wolves over here is like, guys, I won my lane. What's going on? I solo killed this Jace like 3 times. How are we losing this game?
This is like every top laner's worst nightmare. You go 6-0
much,
in
yeah.
lane, and you're just like, oh, where's my team?
Yup. That feels like an 80 carries nightmare, more like it.
Why is there a
It's been
6-0
solo
Rumble
queue
eating
every
me?
game. Yeah. That's been my solo queue all day today.
Google Mop's just able to create so much space. They can't deal with him. They don't have an answer for Google Mop right now.
They really don't.
Since about
Google
minute
Mop is
15,
doing so much.
there's
He's
been no
engaging,
answer. They
he's
don't know how to
saving
deal
his
with him.
skin.
It's
Yeah.
insane to watch him play this and how much space he's able to really provide his team.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Yeah, not
way
quite ending
he
with the
gets
Baron
his
push
champion
yet.
again.
Hell no.
Google,
I
if
feel
you
like
win this
spelling bee
series,
champions maybe drop one of their 80 carry bans that they spent in game 1 and ban the Tom Kench. Keep
Oh,
the
yeah.
catfish out of the game.
definitely.
Do not unbench the Kench.
And
They learned.
Google Mop, if you do happen to win this series, you're not going to see this catfish all playoffs. It's not going to happen.
No.
You may
Definitely
get
not.
into playoffs off this catfish, but you'll never see this again.
No. No, you will not.
You are an absolute menace.
Red Face Beast just saying, dude getting walked off jungle camps by enemy support might be the most tilting thing on the planet.
And he's not even with the damn Heartsteel build. That's what's triggering me at this point. He's doing all this and not the Heartsteel build.
Yeah. He's not even doing damage. He's just a too tanky catfish, actually. And that's actually like a simple ultimate. Okay, your Smolder goes down. There's nothing you can do at that point.
Lily is
Smolder
so
is the,
big
like,
right
carry.
now. 15
Yeah.
stacks on the Soul Steel. Yeah, they're just going to dive. As they should.
When you're playing
They have
Smolder
it.
80 carry, you're like, guys, I'm at 225 stacks. Why is the enemy team jungler 9-2? I just died once. That was my first death, guys.
Alright,
And,
and this
I'm gonna
game
say
goes
that,
to Google Mop.
Yeah,
Really?
Google Mop definitely the MVP.
Like, it was
That
well
catfish
played.
too strong.
Well played from Riftbusters, but Google Mop. Google Mop wins.
Yeah. That was Google Mop putting the game on its head. I don't care if you lose top lane. We are going to just murder everyone.
Yeah, that. Whew. Well, a statement game. Alright, you're
Yeah.
on SBC. Put yourself in their shoes. How do you
Well, you
mentally
banned Tom Kench.
undo that? Is banning Tom Kench enough? Do you need a mental reset? Do they call, hey, we need 5 minutes to go slam our head into a wall? I want 5 minutes after that. If Tom Kench
Yeah,
just ran me out of
5
my own
minutes off
jungle,
that.
I need something.
I'm gonna say Senna Ornn is not the play. That's my thoughts. Maybe not Smolder mid. I think.
Yeah,
What's the name?
I don't think he played it poorly, but I don't think he had an effect on the game.
I agree. If you're picking that Smolder, you got to get to that 225 stacks as quickly as possible. And 26, 28, 30 minutes is just a bit too late, especially when the rest of your team's kind of falling apart. You saw Juggernaut did die for the first time right there at the end, but it's just not quite enough, it feels like. So I'm going to say no Senna Tom Kench. I say pick an early game bot lane where they could maybe flex a little bit, give themselves the opportunity to actually win the lane. I think the Rumble pick was fine. Like,
Yeah, Raining Wolves, fantastic on that Rumble. Looked
yeah, yeah,
solid. Some of the alts were a little questionable, but that may have been cooldown or timing to sync
yeah.
up with the team. But Solo in the lane looked fantastic. He
Definitely knows
played it well.
Tom. Yeah. So basically, change almost the entirety of their draft.
All right, and
I
SBC
think,
is electing to stay on blue.
yeah. I think Brexit did fine on the Nocturne. Maybe a few questionable ultimates, but might have been a little bit of miscommunication. Seemed a little bit late half the time. And when Tom Kench ulti is up, you can't be ulting that Jin.
No, they
You
have
just
to
know
figure out a way
every
to
time
bait
the
that
captain's
out.
just gonna eat the Jin. You'll never get the Jin, and then once the Jin gets eaten by Tom Kench, you're kind of left on your own. You don't have any dive buddies in the rest of your team, really. So I'd say maybe if they pick the Nocturne again, give Nocturne some dive buddies. Maybe get like a Zed mid lane or a Yone, something that can go in onto the enemy team's backline with the Jin, so it's not just the Nocturne going in and hopefully killing the Jin when there's a catfish there to eat him.
Honestly, I'd
Ban
like
the
to
Tom
see the
Kench.
Galio. I like the Galio Nocturne right now. I think
Galleon
it
would be
pairs.
great.
It lets your Nocturne go a little more damage. Galio knocks up that whole area.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I think the
pairs
Galleon
very
would be a
well,
great pick.
especially you get an MF in there or something else with a hard AOE. The Rumble's great with that.
Hmm.
It really fills
So,
out
yeah.
that comp more.
Moral of the story: if you're spelling bee champions here, change almost all of your draft.
we we like the Rumble. Rumble in
Yeah,
the
no, the
jungle.
Rumble is
Just
great.
keep it top lane.
Yeah, yeah. The Rumble, great pick. Everything else, change it up completely.
Dear God, 5
Maybe the
ban Google
Nocturne.
Mop.
If you
Whatever he
play the
wants to
Nocturne,
play, ban his most recent champions. Just ban everything Google Mop has. He's a support. His champ pool can't be that big. I'm a support. My champion pool isn't that big.
I'm an AD carry. I play basically Caitlyn and MF, so maybe some Jinx, but my win rate on Jinx is absolute dog shit. So don't catch me playing Jinx.
Don't you give me that bullshit, Wooly. His champion pool isn't huge. This is Arbiter. Diamonds have huge champion pools.
This is Arbiter. I feel like these champions, they might play the champions.
I mean,
They might play a lot of champions.
play
Do they play
versus
them
being able to
well? Is
lock
the
it in.
real question.
I mean, yeah,
I
I can
mean,
lock in any champion too. It doesn't mean I can play it. It's like,
all right, I'm locking in Vayne 80 carry this game. That's my plan. Have I played it once this season? No, the fuck I haven't, but I'll lock it in.
well, I respect that then, Wooly. If you know these players and you've played with Google Mop, that's fair. If he's got that size of champion pool, that's concerning.
There isn't a world in which SBC's bot lane wins the straight up normal 2v2 ADC support. That, damn.
Damn,
Wooly
you
is
just
just,
you just calling Excel out like that.
right?
Damn,
Cell, HL, and Rocky even.
Excel, you feel hit by a gauntlet? I mean, I know Sword's not there, but damn.
So when they pick Ezreal Yumi and just be like, all right, we're scaling again. Have fun the rest of the lane, guys. We're going to play safe. The rest of the map. That still can win. It's just not going to be a normal AD carry.
Is that why a Ziggs
We're-
band came out?
Yeah,
we keeping that
that
on.
makes a lot more sense now.
We're gonna see Excel's Seraphine.
You know what? Maybe we'll see a brand bot lane. That'd always be fun to see.
I haven't
Any
seen
AP
Brand Bot in a
and
while.
yeah, I mean it'd be fun to see. It's not fun to play against, but it's fun to see.
Brand
I think the
Zyra
most
is a
tilting
ton
bot
of fun
lane-
to play against. Everybody loves playing into Brand Zyra.
I was gonna say I think that's the most tilting bot lane I've played against in solo queue was Brand Zyra. So yeah. Is it a Brand Zyra or a Brand Xerath? I don't remember. Either way, I was getting killed constantly under my tower, and I was not having a fun time.
Yep, I lane swap even if the other person doesn't want to. I'm like, cool, that's your lane now. I'm staying here.
Ziggs and Seraphine are his top two. Oh jeez.
Yeah, he would be a Ziggs player.
I hate Ziggs. Ziggs is cancer. Keep Ziggs out of the bot lane.
I
He does
got
not
so
deserve
much
to be there.
elo
Keep him in the
playing
mid
Ziggs
lane.
bot. Ziggs, Swain, and Vladimir. When the mage meta.
Swain's fine. Swain's fine as a support. It's not that hard to play against. Ziggs,
APC.
keep him the fuck out.
Ziggs.
Ziggs, you don't have to be good with. Ziggs, you just spam all of your abilities on the wave, and then you
It's
just
like
take
Sona.
towers insanely quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just play Sona. You just face roll the keyboard, and you're playing Sona perfectly.
I mean, tell that to a Chell last game then. Apparently, he wasn't face rolling hard enough.
Well, I said Sona, not Sona.
Oh, Sona. I heard Senna. Damn, I'm trying to talk shit, man. I'm not even getting my champions right, damn.
It's close. It's close. What are we doing here? Let's see. Where are our teams?
I mean, everybody's in here. There's spelling bee champions isn't in order. That's the issue. Unless they're gonna set a Chell support, Juggernaut AD carry, and Rocky mid, which is definitely a possibility, but not what I'm expecting. There we go. They're figuring it out. They're making it. They're making it work.
That's what we
Did you
like.
make another draft wall? Is that the same one?
That's the same one.
Okay.
The same one.
I'm like, don't tell me I have to open up another draft wall. I'm
Yes.
too
More
lazy to
draft
do
walls.
that.
We give 6 draft walls a match, and then we randomize which one we're using.
To be fair, the more draft wall links you create, I'm pretty sure the higher chance of draft wall breaking is.
You're not wrong. Generally, like first games of the night, I'd try and go in at 6:30 and make a link. But then
Yeah,
it was trying to get the captains in the link before that. It just all went to shit.
Yeah. We do see Rift Busters is ready up for draft, so maybe we'll be getting into draft soon. We'll have to see. Spelling Bee Champions still having to ready up.
So we
We're
know
hoping to get into this draft any moment
surely
now.
Tom Kent's gone. Probably not going to see the Ziggs, the Excel. Does the Cinna come
Maybe
back
will.
in?
I don't think so. I don't think the Senate's going to come back.
Was it a big enough issue for Riftbusters to go, we don't think you should play that again? I'm not sure he had the impact on it.
I don't think he did, unfortunately. Maybe they'll try to pick the Smolder, but put it in the bot
Draft
lane this
starts.
time. Maybe a Chelsea more practiced on Smolder than Juggernaut is, but I do not know. I haven't checked their OP.GGs because I'm a lazy caster. I just show up and start talking about drafting games.
We keep the cat, we keep the
Research.
Ziggs.
Research is for the players, not for the casters,
Cat
right?
with the K, not cat with the C. Yep, Sexy Deer gone, Misfortune gone.
And Senna, actually,
And
on the side of
SBC
Spelling Bee
says
Champions.
you don't get the Cinna. So they are
So I
not
guess
planning
they're
to
not-
first pick it.
Yeah.
Smart.
Maybe they're planning to first pick the Tom Kench, because they're leaving the Tom Kench up for this first round of drafts.
Well, that's concerning, but I guess they'd rather play against his Tom Kench again than his Cinna.
I guess so.
Because if you play Tom Kench
mean-
like that, I really don't want to see how you're playing this new Cinna.
And it's the first pick Smolder. Really?
So we'll hope that's a flex, and they're going to match with Ezreal. Could be
Huh.
mid, could be bot, could be jungle.
Huh. That's something. I'm expecting to see the Tom Kench again from Riftbusters, but instead it's Viego.
Not a jungle Ezreal. Unless that's a top lane Viego, which I enjoy seeing every now and then.
You trying to throw it back to season 6 with Spirit of the Elder Lizard, Ezreal Jungle?
Yes! Ezreal jungle. It'd be like
The
LXC
blue build before they
Lala
started bringing it
and
bot
run
lane.
Tristana jungle and then int my games. Tell you, Tristana jungle
Yeah.
did not work.
I remember I played Ezreal Jungle once. There was also the Ezreal mid with Smite, because the jungle item was just too broken at the time.
Okay. SBC
Smolder
is saying
Nautilus.
you played Engage last time. Now we're playing Engage.
I mean, they kind of also played Engage last time. With that Ornn. Ornn can kind of engage
Yeah,
at level 6.
Didn't really work though.
No, it didn't.
But the Leona is actually still on the table, and in my opinion, she's much stronger than the Nautilus right now.
Yeah, I would agree on that one. But it's actually a Tarek.
And
So more of a
Google
counter-
Map's gonna
more of a
say
counter
no.
guy.
You all go on timeout for 5 seconds. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Your champion pool is Cancer. Google
Yeah.
Map. That is what your champion pool is. Tom Kench and Tarek. I hate it here.
This is Arbiter League.
And
Like,
it's
I don't know what you're
Ezreal.
expecting to see.
Oh God. Not toxic champions.
I mean, Ezreal's not that toxic. It's not as bad as Ziggs spot. Okay.
I hate dealing with Ezreals. It's
And
because I
Ezreal can
play
just hit you from
hook
abilities from a
champions,
mile away. See, I
and he
like
just gets
playing
to
Ezreal, so I
buffer.
think that's the difference. Ezreal's a fun champion to play, so I think that's the difference between me and you.
My
Not fun to
Ezreal's
play
feed.
against, but he's a lot of fun to play.
I want an Ezreal that like carries my game. That's all I want. I get the
I've
Ezreal
had a
like
couple
the
of carry
Yasuo on
Ezreal
my
games.
team, who's going for his 0-10 power spike. Like, don't worry, I can kill the 10-0 Yasuo. This time I got him.
But the question is, with Silling B champions, is it going to be a Smolder mid lane again? Riftbuster seems to think that it's not, because they banned that same round two bans of a Soul Malphite. But we shall have to see from the
Yeah,
side
I
of
don't know
SBC right now.
if SSL even plays the Smolder, but I mean, you can stick the Smolder top if you want to.
Technically, yes. Technically. Is it going to win? Well, you know what? Top lane for Spelling Bee Champions did really well last game, so
Yeah,
maybe
if Raining told
Smolder
me,
top is
hey,
the
I want
pick.
Smolder top, I'd lock it in too.
You know what? After the last game, I want to say that's a Lux mid, but I have no idea. This could be Lux Nautilus bot lane.
Right? Excel does love his mages. I don't think you're wrong. And a Shen comes out, so we have no idea where this team is going. We can guess. It should be
That's
Shen
kind of crazy to
top,
me, though.
volley jungle, but they could switch this all around.
That's kind of crazy to me that they're picking Shen. Okay, Nasus? Another scaling comp from the side of Spelling Bee Champions. I'm kind of more surprised because Raining Wolves did have a really good Rumble game last game, and Nasus is not that same lane bully that you can just push out the enemy team's AD or top laner.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. You know Riftbusters can beat a scaling comp. They just showed you they
Yeah.
can.
And Nasus is not a safe blind pick by any means.
No.
There's so many champions you can pick into it. Maybe, yeah, Mordekaiser. Just a really good one in the meta right now. They can just kind of hard shit stomp at Nasus in the early game. So I'm very worried for Spelling Bee champions right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's almost a salty run back comp. You got
Yeah,
that Lux may very well be bot lane with a Nautilus.
really wouldn't
I hope
surprise
it's
me at this
Smolder,
point.
but it's very possible that Lux is a Lux Nautilus bot. We'll have to see. And then you assume the Volibear's in the jungle and the Nasus is top, but that could flip various
Honestly,
ways.
Nasus can jungle. Nasus can jungle. You just free stack in the jungle.
Can-
thing.
I mean, I've seen Nasus AP mids coming back this right now. That seems to be
Yeah,
popular for some reason.
It could be Smolder top, Lux Nautilus bot lane, and Nasus mid. Do I think Nasus can beat a Victor in lane? No. I think Nasus will get solo killed on repeat by Victor, but it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, this is. I'm very interested to see where these champions go. It's hard to say what's good, what's bad, what's going on. I have no clue where SBC's champions are going right now.
I would love to make the assumption that it's just a Smolder Nautilus bot lane, Volibear jungle, Lux mid, and Nasus top. Like that's what it would seem to be at first glance, but I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure after that first game.
But I can
Who
say,
knows?
Riftbusters comps, I have more confidence in where lanes they're going.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident on where
Yeah,
Riftbusters
I
is
feel
going.
a little bit
I'll
better
be
tonight.
honest.
Now, if they turn around and break out the Taric jungle, I'm just calling it a night. Bradles is going to be solo, and I'm tapping out.
If there was a Master Yi in the game, I could say it's the funnel comp. No, good old-fashioned Master Yi Taric funnel.
That's very happy they get rid of those. Hope to never see funnel comps again.
Red Face Beast just going big draft gap for Riftbusters. Viego has to run it to lose, and Mop ain't gonna let his jungle run it.
Yeah,
It's true.
Oof.
The Taric ulti is gonna, even if, what's his name, wants to run it down on Viego, you got the Taric ulti in your back pocket, so nah, you can just go run in there, man, I got you.
Yeah, you just put
Don't
it
be
on
invulnerable.
him. This way, he is always the other one getting the ult.
Okay, it is not a Nasus jungle, we know that, or mid. We do know it's a Nasus top lane now.
Success.
We got confirmation
Nasus
of one. It could still be a Smolder mid. There's nothing stopping them from playing Smolder mid.
It wasn't terrible last game. I don't know how it does into a Victor.
You know what I don't understand right now? I'm seeing on Professor right now that Juggernaut is great with Aurora. I don't know why we're not seeing it. He has a 75% win rate in the last 30 days. I'm not seeing Aurora right now.
Yeah, I love the Aurora here.
Me too. Aurora would be so great.
Especially Aurora into Tarek.
I don't think Juggernaut knows what he's doing right now. He's
Then
taking
you
a second
just
to
deny
launch the
everything.
champion. I feel like SBC is still chatting with their team members, going, "So what are you playing? Are you playing Lux?" And it is a Lux mid. Okay, there we go. So the Smolder is going bot lane. It is just traditional lanes coming out from SBC.
Yeah, I think the
Spent
Lux
so
does
long
much better
talking
into
about
the
this.
Victor, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, me too.
They're giving themselves a chance. The Lux basically they have to hold off, the 25-minute mark, and
Yeah.
not let Viego get a huge lead and play resets.
But again, we did just see Rift Busters is able to beat a scaling comp with an early game comp. So we're gonna have to
If
see.
SBC continues to try and fight them.
Yes. Yeah.
There were a lot
They
of,
did.
let's say, questionable decision makings that were
Yeah.
not in their favor to fight with a scaling comp in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game.
I mean, we don't have Brexit Apologist playing Nocturne this time, so he can't just hit that paranoia button and dive onto that Jhin like he was able to last time. This time he is playing the Volibear, a little bit less range on that engage, but he can still do it. He can still hit the R button and dive in.
Yes, I am
But-
looking forward to see if he jumps over the jungle walls to turn off towers and eat people. That's a lot of fun to see. I always love seeing volleys do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just, oh, you're sitting under your mid lane tower? No, you're not.
Right.
You don't get to do that now. I don't know why you thought you could.
All right.
Smolder Nautilus, definitely an interesting lane to me. we see
One
Mop
wants to farm,
just,
one
hovering
wants
that
to fight.
top end.
Maybe it's a roaming Nautilus. We will have to see. We'll have you back here, start of game 2, right after this short spectator delay.
And welcome back to Game 2 of Spelling Bee Champions versus Riftbusters. I remembered both the teams' names this time. So there's that. I'm improving, getting better. But
Improvements.
we are seeing Nasus is starting with that Dorn's Ring in the top lane, so I imagine he's going to start E first, but I'm going to go double check. I have no idea. No, he hasn't taken an ability yet. I have no idea. Nobody
Surgeon
yet,
playing
but
super safe into a Nautilus, taking the cleanse.
that's kind of. I mean, you can cleanse the Nasus Wither, you can cleanse the root off the Nautilus, and you can cleanse the stun from Volibear. So I guess there's three things you can cleanse,
And
and Lux
the
Root.
Lux Bind, I guess. Man, I
Yeah,
feel like your
it's just
Ezreal, you can buffer all these things.
yeah. Like nothing actually stops you from eating away when you're playing Ezreal. That's the great part about it. Like Blitzcrank Hook, you ever see the interaction where Blitzcrank hits a hook, Ezreal buffers his E, and it's just like it makes Blitzcrank Hook go like a mile away from him.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
So funny to see.
Same sort of thing with Tristana when you buffer it with the jump.
Yep. It's very funny to see. But we are seeing Solomon's Ritual just kind of pushing, zoning Raining Wolves out of his own jungle right now just to get that ward down. But he did get Raining Wolves did get that auto attack off on the ward, so he does not actually get the 5 gold from it. Smolder pinged it, I believe. So
Savage.
Smolder's got that 5 gold advantage. So, game over. You're scaling Smolder has got an extra 5 gold going into lane. And yeah, Solomon just zoning him off of the CS here. Just
Wow.
zoning Raining Wolves off of the CS.
Solomon really, even after getting kind of dumpstered last game, showing no fear. I like it.
Yep.
No mental block there. Early hook Nautilus. Not gonna happen
Yeah, but
too much.
Lux does hit the binding on mid lane.
Yeah,
A little
Lux
good
poke.
little poke trade. And
Yeah.
Mordekaiser just getting level 2 first and just kind of pushing.
An interesting flash stun. I think it's a little early. Surgeon wasn't quite in range, and at the end of the day, it's level 2 Ezreal.
Yeah.
Who
I
was
mean,
taking
Ezreal level
EQ,
1 is
not
very
W.
strong. Ezreal level 1 is very strong with those Qs. So I do see where he's going. He was trying to time it so he flashed in as he got level 2. Creating level 2 all in, but slightly miscalculated. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication between Surgeon and Google Mop there. But he
Yeah.
does have Hex Slash.
I just
Google
think
Mop
3
does
is a
have Hex
little
Slash.
stronger for the Ezreal itself, because he'll have his W, and then he can actually get that burst damage to kill. Unless you've landed a bunch of poke level 1, it's very hard to get that kill.
Let's be honest, looking at bot lane, they did land a good amount of poke. But Ezreal with that didn't press the attack actually on Surgeon. That's a little questionable to me.
Took
If you take
Conquer.
press the attack, make sure those level 1 trades are insanely strong. You have so much burst damage with Ezreal if you go press the attack. But he went
Yes.
Conqueror instead.
Yeah, I didn't
Which
even
is
notice that. Good call out.
Yeah, which is good for like those late games against when you're hitting those tanks, you're hitting the Volibear, you're hitting the Nasus, you are able to scale up a bit, get that Conqueror, get extra damage and sustain, but it's a lot weaker in lane than it used to be, so
Yes.
a little bit questionable, especially when you're going against that Smolder, where you want to really be pushing him out of lane and stopping him from stacking.
Excellent return hook from Rocky. Google Mop could just die here.
It
Should
does not have
be
flash.
dead. Does get it. They gotta be careful now. Crow is here and does see them out to safety. So
And Shell having to burn both flash and barrier there, which barrier is kind of questionable.
Google
don't
Mop finding
think
out a
that
little
really
bit
blocked
how
any
that the other
damage.
lives. I like it.
Yeah.
Rocky wants a little
gotta
bit
be
of payback for the misery he went through last game. I think Solomon's also handling a bit of that. He didn't enjoy last game either.
Yeah, Solomon definitely trying to assert his dominance in this lane. But this lane is
Brexit
like
is here. Good timing again. Always good roams. Solomon's gonna have to burn the flash. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah.
I think he could have held that flash a little longer, make one of them commit their flash. Or at least try and burn the ghost out of the Nasus, but good to respect it.
Yeah. Hard to say because, in the end there you are trying to create the space, get closer to your tower. You don't want the Nasus to wither you and suddenly you can't get away from either of them at all, so I do think the flash was fine.
Yeah, it's just volley stun was down. He used it to engage on you, and you got a really nice claw. That claw was perfect. So I think he had
but that's
the
a kiting
distance,
claw.
but
That's a kiting claw.
Was not a zoning claw. We love the zoning clause.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Is that the new clause in the rulebook, the zoning clause?
zoning clause. I love it. So we do see Riftbusters prioritize the dragon again.
Yeah,
They're
I mean, you
going
got the early
early
game
this
bot
time.
lane versus the Smolder, so makes sense.
Yep, they have all the
Smolder's not really
pressure.
going to be able to move up to contest it.
So they're going to have this and be in time to rotate up to Grubs if they want it. Grubs are up in 10.
We are going to see if a Chell is going to buy a tier this game or Essence Reaver. I gave my PSA last game to all Smolder players, so we'll see.
Right? See if he caught that.
Yeah. See if you listen to my PSA. We'll have to find out.
Solomon has so Riftbusters. This is a little awkward lane state. They are full control all 3 lanes.
Yeah. You got to remember though that they have the double scaling comp or double stacking. Where they have the
Yes.
Smolder and the Nasus, and it's a lot easier to stack under your own tower than it is to stack under the enemy team's tower or when the wave is equalized.
Exactly.
So,
And
this
they
is
have
kinda...
the kill. They just need to relax. You can
Yeah.
feel that pressure. You see those losing objectives go across the announcements, but you're in a good spot.
Yeah, definitely.
You're 6 minutes
But-
through. You're still farming well. Engage coming out. The hook lands. Brexit is here.
And that's what I'm talking about, having that Conqueror versus having press the attack. Like, there would have been so much more damage onto that Smolder there if he had pressed the attack.
Yeah, flash from Rocky. I'm not sure he needed to flash to get on top of Surgeon's Ezreal. There was no real follow-up.
I'm
Probably
not sure
just
Surgeon
could've
needed
walked
to
out.
E away either. I think
Yeah,
he could have E'd after the Smolder there.
you knew all the junglers were there.
Yeah. I think he could have gone more aggressive there and probably gone onto the Smolder. Yeah,
Yeah,
press the attack would have made it more easy. But, you know.
I think Viego's in a stronger spot than Volley right now.
Mm.
Lux, that'll
Lux
be up
combo
in 2
coming out.
seconds. She'll have her ult
Yeah,
back
yeah,
up.
right. She doesn't have Malignance yet, so, you know, it's going to be more like 3 seconds before it comes back up.
So that's a perfectly fine champion. Put all of her abilities on a
Yeah,
1 second cooldown.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
So we're gonna trade ults mid lane. Fair enough.
That's a
Solomon's
questionable ult
got
coming
the
out from
freeze.
Starry Dagger, but
Brexit's gonna have to come up here to break this.
yeah. Here we see Crow actually coming in,
Ghost
trying
burn
to...
stuns there, but Brexit is here to help.
But so is Google Mop. Late
Just
flash.
mistimes the flash stun.
That's got to feel bad, but they are going to be able to get prio on these grubbies, especially with their mid laner, especially with Starry Dagger just kind of wandering over, saying, "Hey, I'm here too. Don't forget, I can zone people too."
Almost
have
a double
abilities.
kill. I like it.
Yeah.
Now we can see if that was the Tom Kench, that'd have been perfect for him. He's not as practiced
Also-
on this Tarek.
I'd like to point out, if Starry Dagger had ulti here, that would have been a completely different fight. If he didn't burn it on mid lane for almost nothing.
Yes. Mid laners rage alting each other for poke damage
Yeah. Yep.
is a
It didn't
thing.
do that much damage.
It does not.
It hit him with like 1 tick of it. It hit Juggernaut with like 1 tick of the Victor ult. Like, definitely not worth it.
It is fun to watch the mid laners just throw all their skills at each other.
Yeah, it definitely is. Smolder, got that BF sword. I think he's listening. BF sword builds into Essence Reaver.
BF sword call. He's smart. This Excel's just wanting to play it out. Everybody
Yep.
breathe, relax, and get my points.
Yeah.
See,
Those
they
stacks.
know.
He's already at 58. He's at 58. It's not bad. It's not quite that
Really
10 stack
good max
that you
range
wanna
hook.
be at. Smolder
Tarek
ult
is not
coming
6
out,
here
but-
yet. Doom up in danger. Trade supports, but Excel wins this.
Yeah,
Surgeon's gonna
Excel
have to get
definitely
out of
wins
this with that flash. He did make it. Held on to it the
But if he
very
sticks
last
around,
moment.
he is dead. If he greets for this wave, he is dead 100% with Brexit coming
is
over.
here, but Crow's here also. They're gonna hug each other.
Yeah. But Brexit does have a level advantage. Level 7 to level 6, so...
Yeah, and the blasting one. So he went damage first. So that shield pop's gonna hurt with that lightning call.
Yeah. I imagine that will be a Roa first. That's generally what you see,
Should be,
that
yeah.
Roa Navori build out of Volibear. I don't know how great it is, but I've heard people rave about it,
Yep,
so
that is
could be
the
good.
toxic Volibear build of I can't be killed. Ha ha ha, look at my shield.
I've heard it's more for top lane than jungle, but
It
I've seen it
is.
in both lanes. I've seen everybody do it. If you're playing Volibear, if you're playing a
Yep.
bear, you can go Roa Navori.
Volibear support. Let's see it.
You know what? I've seen it. Now, go back. Let's go back to season 3, where I've seen Volibear support. You just run at people, throw them behind you. Good old Volibear, where you
Oh,
don't
that
actually
was
have
the
any
best
mechanics. You just
Volibear.
run in a straight line and throw people backwards. You're basically singed.
Trading hooks and stuns. Surgeon misses the W. Fair enough, it happens.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
stuff
he
from
was
Google
expecting him to
Map.
walk.
Does put Rocky in trouble. Burns the flash. Surgeon, good cleanup. Really lands
Yeah.
that last minute Q.
In Surgeon's defense, he thought Nautilus was gonna walk further down.
Yeah,
He
well,
thought he
he
was gonna
caught him
walk
with
out
that
of the
Q.
brush. He did. He did.
And that was blind. They didn't have vision on that.
He has the Caulfield's Warhammer. He's going the Essence Reaver first. And in my opinion, not a big fan of the Triforce on Smolder either. I much prefer the Spirit Shogun after you get that Essence Reaver. But,
Alright, this is
I'm
the
just
Ezreal we
apparently a
like to
silver
see.
80 carry player.
The
I'm just
Ezreal's
apparently
the
a silver
E
80
forward.
carry player, so who cares?
You care. We are going to see the ult from Solomon. Nass is going to pop the ult in return. A little bit of slap fight to the tower.
Yeah. I would say it's a wet noodle fight up in the top lane.
Yeah, ult wasn't quite out of tower range enough to make this truly interesting. Solomon fouls for the bait to chase the Nasus. Crow is not going to get here in time. And I'm wrong.
Does give me wolves.
Reset. Now it's a jungle fight.
And I think, Crow actually wins that one.
Yeah, resets. Resets are a problem.
Uh-huh. And now there's a Viego. Or no, Mordekaiser got one. So now there's a Mordekaiser with a kill and a Viego with a kill. And as we've all seen, Viego, if he can snowball, becomes real spooky. He starts getting those resets and starts just destroying people. Red-faced beast. These guys don't really know what Tarek does. I don't know, is he talking about us or is he talking about the people? That's my question.
But Tarek passed his stun and his ult is a useless Tarek, and he's got to land him. Which Google Maps been a little questionable on the stuns.
Just a little bit, but I don't think it matters when your Ezreal's 2-0.
No, Surgeon's playing well. Crow is here. Doesn't look like he's close enough.
Oh, just
good dive from Google Map. Ult's perfect. Surgeon should be able to clean this up. Yeah, good juggle. Very well played.
Little late on the flash again with that Q though. With that flash stun.
Yeah.
B champs. He's saying B champs don't know what Tarek does.
That's fair.
They're giving Tarek a ton of return auto attacks and fights so he can heal. You know what? I don't know what Tarek does.
You're not
I know
wrong
Tarek
with that
heals.
passive. So when he's proccing his passive for he gets his mana back and things when he's meleeing.
I mean, I didn't know that. But
so kinda caught here. That's terrible for Starry Dagger. Wrong place. Uses the flash.
And just
Solomon's able to clean it up.
And
then ult Rocky. This surely is 2 for Solomon.
This has to be, right?
No, he doesn't have the damage quite to kill him in the Death Realm. Oh, he gives it to Crow. You'd rather have it on the Mord.
I was about to say, why is there a Viego with a Locket of the Iron Solari? And I'm like, wait, he's Nautilus right now. No, I had a Varus mid in my solo queue games yesterday that went Locket first. It was not good.
Yeah,
I think he died 15 times against a Malphite mid.
Thomas is like, hey, he's going to come out of the Death Realm here for you to get the kill.
I mean, you can see where they're going to come out of the Death Realm. You can see those dots, even if you're not in the Death Realm yourself. Shadow Realm, as I like to say. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! We all know Mordekaiser's actually Merrick from Yu-Gi-Oh! He just brings people to the Shadow Realm. Anyone going to get that reference? Any Yu-Gi-Oh! Lovers here?
Not here. I barely know. Pokemon is. I think the other day I referred to it as what the yellow fox things that shoots lightning from Pokemon.
He's a mouse. Pikachu is a mouse. Trade
Good
happening
stun.
bot lane. Good.
Ezreal has some damage right now. He's got the Trinity.
He does have that first item done.
We also
He
saw
just hear about
Solomon
halfway stack.
lose the trade top lane, but mostly because he didn't spend his gold.
Yeah. It's every top laner's downfall. Gold. Themselves, really, if you think about it.
Not wrong. Surgeon dude getting some really nice poke out with his Qs under tower.
Oh yeah, that's one of Ezreal's greatest strengths, just hitting them under tower
Right.
with those Qs. Ooh, that one was close to hitting.
That was close to being a half health dragon.
Yeah, it was. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure what Nautilus is. I was gonna say a pirate thing is half health, but I'm not sure if he's a pirate or not.
A fallen scuba diver. Really good hook from Rocky. Forces the ult out. And a long Shelly charge coming out from Crow.
Good stun onto the Smolder. Smolder gonna have to flash. But okay, there goes the tower. Ezreal eating
They're
forward.
gonna clean up both here. Can Smolder return? He cannot.
Yeah.
Kind of
now that's
disaster.
5-0
He gets
Ezreal.
2. Brexit is here mid lane.
Woo.
Ooh,
And his
Starry
return
with the
feels
burst.
onto that luck.
No, you don't
And I
get out of
think-
this. Surely not you.
Oh my gosh.
Absolute disaster. Starry gets to live. Lands the stun. We're going to see Death Realm, but Solomon doesn't like it anymore. Nasus hurts.
I've been there. I was playing Aurora last night, got ganked by the enemy team's jungle, and killed their mid laner. And he did, and I think ran out. Not quite Victor doing it, but it was Aurora. And Raining Wolves has reached the point where he can 1v1 Mordekaiser. Let's see how many stacks he's got.
252 stacks in 1730.
252, that's not bad. I mean, I've seen solo queue Nasus get like 20 per minute, which is just insane to me. But 252 at 20 minutes isn't bad.
But we're at 1730.
Okay, still.
He's doing quite
Still not
well.
20 stacks per minute. Still not 20
quite,
stacks per minute like I've seen.
It's not, that's not shabby. It was enough to turn that lane and give him his first kill of the game.
Yeah.
Against the 2-1
I played
Mordekaiser.
80 carry, and I'm like 5-0 as an 80 carry. I'm like, okay, there's a Nasus top lane. He's going to become an issue, but it's only 20 minutes. Why did he do 700 damage?
Because you've let him sit there and see us as they are just scaling.
I'm an 80 carry. What am I supposed to do against the Nasus early game?
Absolutely. Well, poke it. Poke it. Anytime it goes to step up. You all
What am
hit
I
it.
supposed to do? Trade lanes? Trade lanes with my top laner? Be
That's
like,
right.
man, I don't trust you to not let this Nasus farm, so we're trading lanes. Is that the solution?
Yep. That's exactly what you do.
Okay, fair
Both
enough.
jungles here in the mid lane. Nasus is collapsing. Although it was on vision the whole time. Wonder why that play didn't do more. That's a long way to walk to just E
And
Tarek.
have we reached the ARAM portion of the game? I think this is about the same time that we saw Riftbusters
Wither
ARAM
comes
last
down.
game.
Rain's gonna fight this. Death Realm is almost up. Nasus ult's here.
I don't think Solomon. Okay, there's just a fight going on mid
Juggernaut,
lane now.
huge trouble. It's gonna get out. Tarek
And the
ult comes
Tarek
down.
ulti is completely negating this the Smolder ulti.
The damage between the
There we go.
Ezreal.
He did it. He did it. He got the flash stun. He
Hey,
timed it right that time.
Google
And now you got
lands the
4-0
flash
Victor.
stun. Victor had a beautiful ult across the stack again with the Q.
Solomon did die to the Nasus during
Yep.
all that, but that was not the most exciting thing.
But I don't know if you want this, Starry. Maybe you do. With Crow, you definitely do.
Yeah. Yeah, when you know you got a that is definitely what you want. We're seeing the true baits coming in this top lane here, really.
Yeah, and
Earlier
what
we
was-
saw Raining Wolves baiting in Solomon's ritual that turned into a one fight on the side of Riftbusters, I might add. But now we're just seeing whatchamacallit, Starry Dagger just baiting Raining Wolves into his jungler. And Riftbusters is starting his 2-man Baron at 20 minutes. Apparently they're a fan of this 20-minute Baron call.
Yeah, Crow
Do they have
has
the
the
damage
damage
with just
for
a
it.
Tarek and
It's just
Viego?
gonna take a bit.
You know,
He's got
if
the
it's
Bork.
Spelling Bee Champions doesn't respond, like doesn't check this, they could
Brexit's
just get
bot
it.
side. They have no idea this is happening.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, no clue that was going on.
That was a play. It's definitely a play.
Hey, the 7k gold lead is definitely a good call. Your mid's 5-0, your Ezreal's 5-0, and you're showing your Ezreal on the map. Surely they're not doing Baron without their Ezreal.
You would think.
Lo and behold,
Starry Knight's just gonna murder
oh,
Lux here.
so much
I think
damage
so.
coming out of this Victor.
Yeah.
That
I was gonna say,
is a
we
problem.
mentioned Spelling Bee Champions playing more of the
Brexis
scaling
here
comp this
mid's
game,
gonna be
but
able to
Victor is no slouch.
maybe clean up Google Mop. No, they can't even grab that. The damage from Surgeon is just huge. Q,
Yeah,
E,
I mean,
poke, stun, and he ease forward to land the final auto.
Yeah, that is a 2.5 item Ezreal at this point. That is the strongest point of the game that you'll ever see in Ezreal, is once he's finished Trinity Force and Mirror Mana. Fun fact about Ezreal, he used to be known as a counterpick to the crit AD carries like Caitlyn and Tristana, because those champions didn't come online until about 3 items, and Ezreal only needed 2.
Yep.
So Ezreal could end the game before Caitlyn or Tristana could get their third item, their third crit item.
Yep, that was always the goal.
Yep. That is why Ezreal is considered traditionally a counterpick to the crit AD carries.
Oh, and
Since I've been
Brexit's
playing
just
this game for
finding
too
out
long.
how much damage Ezreal does. Does he shoot the
Ezreal
ult to
does
go
have
for the
ult.
kill?
I
He's
would.
got it. Yeah,
Why
I
not
would
at this
too.
point? Yeah.
Alright, he's a little
Why
more
not?
conservative
If you do,
than
it's
us.
free. I mean, if you kill him, that's the free soul for
Alright,
yourself.
we shoot
But
that. It's
instead
gonna
they're
be up
deciding
at
to
60.
death rush.
We're waiting for someone lonely to step in a bush again. Oh, surely not Rocky.
No, that just looks like Riftbuster's just deciding to go take the free soul.
It worked
I
last
don't think
time
Spelling Bee Champs
with
can
Rocky and
contest it.
Brexit walked in to the bush last time to check the Baron.
Looks like Rocky is learning.
Right? They didn't
So,
do it again.
This is the Human Sentai Pad episode of South Park. They are learning. They're
But
learning
this
to
is
read.
Soul. Like you've lost Baron, now you've lost Ocean Soul.
I guess you choose to fight for Elder now?
If they
The
can
only way
hold
back is
on,
they can.
I'm very concerned for SBC at this point. I'm not sure how they get
Yeah.
back into this game.
Uh,
8k gold
Arm,
down, and
get
you
your
can't
masters
fight.
to have more than 400 stacks. Okay, 400 stacks, 23 minutes is not bad. You have to be concerned if you're raining wolves when Mordekaiser goes in like that and does not ult you. I mean, like,
Right? And you saw him immediately start running to his tower. I think he knew. He's like, oh,
yeah,
wait, you're not scared of me for some
unfortunately-
reason.
yeah, right. Wait, I've
And
been
you're
winning these
supposed to be,
1v1s.
I
Why are
win
you
this.
suddenly chasing me? Yeah.
So you saw like him immediately recognize and be like, I shouldn't be here. I'm overextended to know.
On the bright side, Smolder is at 210 stacks, so he's almost to that 225. Unfortunately, when he does hit it, it might be too little too late.
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to matter. We are about to
I don't
hit
think
that
it will.
25-minute mark. Victor and Ezreal are so far ahead.
They really are. That Victor is doing so much damage right now, and Ezreal too. He doesn't even. How much gold is that Ezreal sitting on right now? 2,400. He can go buy a Spirit Shifting. And looks like Riftbusters is listening. They deciding to back now.
And
They
once
heard me.
again, my spectators broke. I can't show gold, so
You can't hit the X button.
I can hit X all I like, and it doesn't do a damn thing.
Is
Some
it on a
games I
different
can.
hotkey maybe?
Some games I can, some games I can't.
That's good. I like to
Yeah,
hear it.
I don't have zero idea why it does that.
And yeah, Ezreal backed. He had whatever the health cooldown item is. I don't know the name of it. One that looks like a health crystal, and
If a
just buys
fight
Spirit
breaks
Surgeon.
out, Nasus is gonna go in. Lux catches a good bind. Alright, Tarek ult is up, so they gotta disengage. But Google Mop wants more. Nasus is sacrificed.
And we are getting to that point again where we are A-ramming. I mean, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
This is where you want. The Wither comes out.
stolen wither, I'd like to add.
Right.
Yeah.
Viego offering to say, I can play your champion better than you can.
Yep. Now,
Luxalt is already back up.
my question is, if Viego takes over Nasus's body, does he also get his stacks?
It's a great question.
Never seen that. I've never seen that interaction. I'm curious.
Yeah, they can't hold on
And
to
if he
his
last
tower.
hit, if he stacks while like Nasus ghosted,
Death Realm,
does
the
Nasus
Brexit?
get his stacks?
He's got the stun under tower, but it's not really gonna matter. He's too much strong.
This might just be game here, honestly.
Smolder? Yeah,
Smolder did hit
good
that 225
execute.
stack.
Execute comes in at the right time.
Is the execute gonna be enough though? That's the real question here.
They gotta try and hold
Ezreal's
on for
doing
another
so much
another
damage.
10 minutes, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't think it is. They do.
Great
They did
hook
that
from
Elder
Rocky.
Oh,
They clean up
Okay.
two, Luxalt, Smolder ult. That's gonna
did
save
get a
them
shutdown.
only losing one inhib.
Lux did get a shutdown onto that Victor, so that is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, maybe, for Spelling Bee champions, but
1,000
at
gold
this
over
point,
to the Lux. There's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
1,000 gold sitting on Ezreal if they can grab Surgeon.
but can they grab Surgeon is the question.
Tough, he's been
Israel
slippery.
is such a safe pick. At this point, his E's probably on like a 2-second cooldown, if you count his Q's. Count his Q's lowering it.
But
let
he
me
is
look.
playing dangerously. He has been Eing forward into fights. It hasn't caught him yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you got your team to back you up, if you know they're going to be there, look at that. Okay, you just mentioned it. He E's forward off
So
that Lux and
aggressive.
almost kills her with 3 abilities.
And
Gets
there
her,
he goes.
never mind.
Decides
He
to
does
alt
kill her.
snipe that one.
Yeah,
We let
Didn't go
volley
for the volley
live,
barrel.
and we go ahead and we shoot it at the Lux.
and here, if in this point, if you're raining wolves, again, you're just like, guys, just let me stack. If I can get stacks, I can 1v5. I need you guys to stop dying, though.
Right. He is able to pick up the gold for the bounty tower, but unfortunately TP's out.
Ooh, that was a good timing on the volley barrel ultimate. Able to cancel the Death Realm there. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to stop them from taking Baron.
Rocky's good hook out, but I don't think he can survive this. If Surgeon wants to pressure this.
Ezreal's back up again now, too.
Ezreal and Luxalt. Perfect timers.
Yep. Definitely perfect. At least Ezreal's is on a longer cooldown. It just gets shortened by his Q.
So surely they have to fight this. Like, if
Yes,
you're
100%.
SBC, you have to step out of your base. You fight the game right here. If you lose it, it's over.
Yeah.
But if they get the Elder, it's over anyways.
Yeah, you 100% have to fight for this Elder Drake.
You just
And who
don't.
knows, maybe they get a lucky steal.
Well, maybe you take a red buff on your way. I like it, Brexit. It's not bad. It's concerning now.
But,
You're in a terrible spot.
not where you want to be, though, when the entire team of Rift Busters is in your red side jungle.
I don't know that you
Little
want to fight
greedy there,
in
I'd
the
say.
jungle versus Victor either.
No,
That
you do
seems
not.
concerning.
Those choke points are real scary.
I don't know that Brexit had time to back there. Now you're basically conceding Elder for free, because he can't steal.
Yeah. And here comes
Yeah.
Google Mop just being very
Surgeon
aggressive
over
in
the
the
wall.
face of the Lux.
So much damage coming out.
And again, the Elder executes now, and I think it is just now too little too late. I don't think there's any way for Spelling Bee champions to really fight or contest this at this
Yeah,
point.
This will be extremely difficult.
Yeah, Riftbusters should just be able to end the game here with the combination of the two epic buffs. They have Baron buff minions and they have Elder Drake. I feel like there is no way they do not end this game on this push.
Oof, that Q does almost a fourth of Brexit's damage on Volley Bear. The single
Yeah, well,
Q.
Brexit also has no resistances.
Oh, well,
He has Ionian boots.
3 force damage from Victor onto the Smolder. That's scary. Tarek ult's gonna come out. They're gonna push here to end, but they're like half committing. They're in and out, taking tower shots.
Smolder does get it. Oh, Viego doesn't
It is a
fall.
good
He did.
thing they're so far ahead, or that would have just been turned.
Yeah.
Smolder's getting a
It still
ton
might
of
be.
executes suddenly. It is
There
just
might be.
Surgeon and Victor. Victor's close to death, but they haven't killed the Ezreal, who is the problem.
Yeah, I mean Ezreal and Victor are the problems.
Yeah,
Let's be
those are
real.
the
It's not
two
one or
you
the
have to
other.
get down.
The two that are still alive right now are the two you have to get down. And
That'll
we're
do
already
it.
seeing GG's out in chat, so
Yeah.
that is game there. It looks like.
Tough way to go out for
I like
SBC.
Smolder build this time at least. I like the Smolder build that time.
Congratulations, Riftbusters. They will move on to playoffs. Sadly for SBC, fantastic, good run.
I just heard from Vish. Apparently, Trash Panda versus TD Poro is over. TD Poro 2-0 Trash Panda. So at this
That
point, as long as TD Royal can take a game, they stay in playoffs. So a little bit of an update on the rest of the bracket here. We did just see Riftbusters
that
kind of.
eliminates.
I don't want to say destroy, but
Well, that eliminates Trash Panda. They needed a game.
ooh, that is rough.
So TD Royal, even if they get 2-0'd, are in playoffs. Brackets are set. So
There
TD
we go.
Pro will move on the opposite side of the bracket. TD Royal will move on the opposite side of the bracket.
So there we go. Sounds
So,
like we at least know who's moving on in Arbiter. Are
yep.
there any others who are in contention, or is those all the important matches?
So 4 from each group. It'll be OSG Avalanche, Tactical Feed, TD Poro, and TD Royal from Sector 1. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure positioning yet. We have to see because there's a couple ties in wins. Sector 2 is going to be Siren, Conduit Monarch, TD Harmony, and Riftbusters as the top 4 from Sector 2 to advance. And now these teams will all combine and play each other for playoff startings. So top seed will play from Sector 1, will play bottom seed Sector 2, and so on.
Makes sense. And I'm seeing a little bit of a PSA from Redface Beast. If against a Tarek, please tell your team he's basically Warwick, but he heals all of his teammates instead of just himself. So good to know. Good to know. Little PSA for all those support mains out there. If you're ever playing against a Tarek, don't let him auto you.
Yeah,
He'll heal his entire team.
try and keep him at range.
Google Mops over here going, bro, even I don't know how Tarek works. He's just sexy, so I locked him.
Good call.
Understandable. He
Not
is the Sparkle Butler.
not as good on the Tarek as the Kench Sir, but not too shabby either. Some of them flash stuns were questionable, but Surgeon on the Ezreal, and then the Victor pick was whew.
Yeah, that Victor pick was spicy.
That was
Ezreal
yeah.
going deathless in that game too, I'd like to point out.
Going
Surgeon
deathless while eating forward in almost every single fight.
Yeah. I'd like to say he was putting on a masterclass on how to play Ezreal, but this is Arbiter.
That is not what you do. Is
No.
E forward in the fight, sir. It worked.
You can.
Please
you can.
quit it. As a support
I've seen,
player
like,
watching my baby deers E forward in the fights, it drives me crazy.
I've seen Uzi do it, okay?
Yeah.
I've seen him do it in the world stage.
But excellent games tonight. We know our standings. We'll have playoff bracket come out. If there's tiebreakers, they will be next week. If there is not a tiebreaker, we will be starting playoffs next week. So,
Hooray!
and our first match we already know is going to be Team Siren on the stream. So Team Siren's playoff match will be streamed.
Alright, good to know. No, I will be here next week, I'm pretty sure. I think I've signed up for all the remaining Mondays.
Likely it's going to be the Team Siren versus TD Royal matchup, but we'll figure that out and get that out.
We shall find out. Let me double check cast schedule. Yeah, I have signed up for all the rest of the Mondays, so I will be here for Arbiter playoffs.
Excellent. And we may even get you all a real play-by-play caster for playoffs.
We shall see. Hopefully, if we don't, Soulkeeper will get more drunk next time. I think that's my hope.
Yes, I will do shots per a player death that's called in chat. How's that?
I like it.
Chat
I like
can call out a player every time they die. I have to take a shot.
it.
And if I can still see to produce by the end of the stream, I'm disappointed in all of us.
Oh, I like to hear it. I like to hear it.
But that is all from me tonight. We know where everything stands. Sentinel tomorrow.
I promise you guys, next time I got Soul Caper as my casting partner, I will bring beers as well.
Excellent.
I was not prepared this time.
We can enjoy the stream together, sir.
It's Arbiter playoffs. Like, how could we not?
Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm Soulkeeper, caster, producer, and the hated one of all things official. The one you yell at when things don't go your way. Prados, thank you for joining me as always.
Yeah. It was fun.
And
It was definitely some games.
We'll see everybody tomorrow for Sentinel or next week for Week 1 Arbiter playoffs. Have a great night.
What I will say, these were definitely games. They were definitely games of League of
games.
Legends. That is what I can say about these games.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.